The crust. It's that fragile shell of rock we all cling to, desperately hoping it won't crack and send us plummeting into the fiery abyss below. It's like a cheap hotel floor separating you from a raging inferno you pray it holds, but you wouldn't be surprised if it didn't. This wafer-thin layer is where we humans play out our insignificant lives, building sand castles that crumble in the face of erosion, just like our hopes and dreams. It's also where Mother Nature likes to throw her tantrums, with earthquakes shaking things up like a bartender with a grudge and volcanoes spitting molten fury like a toddler denied a cookie. The crust comes into flavors, oceanic and continental. Oceanic crust is like the brittle shell of a stale fortune cookie, while continental crust is more like a dried-out pancake someone forgot on the griddle. Both are equally unappetizing, but hey, at least they're not molten lava, right? And let's not forget the mountains, those jagged tombstones marking the Earth's long and tumultuous history. They're like the scars of 1,000 battles, each peak a silent testament to the endless cycle of creation and destruction that governs our existence. So next time you're taking a stroll, remember the crust is just a temporary platform above a fiery hell. Enjoy the view while it lasts, because one wrong step and it's bye-bye bikini. Hello molten rock. The mantle. That thick, gooey layer of Earth's interior where rocks get hot and bothered and pressure is so intense it makes diamonds cry. It's like a geological sauna where minerals swap electrons and tectonic plates do the tango. A slow, grinding dance that ends with continents crashing into each other like drunken party-goers. This sweltering inferno is where forgotten socks go to decompose for eternity, where pressure cooks rocks into exotic flavors of magma, and where the Earth's internal plumbing system gurgles with molten doom. It's like the digestive tract of the planet, except instead of breaking down food, it breaks down your hopes and dreams. The mantle is the playground of the Earth's inner demons, plumes of hot rock rising like vengeful spirits, currents of molten material swirling like the river Styx, and pockets of magma waiting to erupt like a teenager's pent-up rage. It's a place where the rules of physics are bent, twisted, and served with a side of existential dread. The outer core, Earth's very own liquid metal disco ball spinning away in the darkness, generating a magnetic field and generally just having a molten good time. It's like the planet's heavy metal heart, pumping out electric currents and reminding us that beneath our feet lies a swirling cauldron of doom just waiting to burst free. This swirling sea of liquid iron and nickel is where compasses go to get their groove on, aligning themselves with the planet's magnetic field like tiny metal dancers at a rave. It's also where heat and pressure conspire to create a symphony of chaos, generating currents that would make a whirlpool blush. The outer core is the playground of lost souls, electrons stripped from their atoms, swirling in a maddening dance of electrical currents, forever searching for a way out. It's a place where the laws of physics take a vacation and the only rule is melt or be melted. The inner core. Deep beneath the crust, beyond the gooey mantle, lies Earth's inner core, a solid iron ball hotter than the surface of the sun. It's basically the universe's equivalent of that one junk drawer everyone has, except instead of old batteries and tangled cords, it's filled with unimaginable heat and pressure. Living the dream if your dream is a sauna from hell. Imagine existing in the inner core. You'd be a compressed lump of iron, unable to move, sweating if iron could sweat more than a sinner in church. You'd be surrounded by other iron atoms, all equally miserable, reminiscing about the good old days when they were just part of a boring old rock. The upside, if you can call it that, no bills. You wouldn't have to worry about rent, mortgages, or student loans. Heck, you wouldn't even need to worry about clothes. Who needs fashion when you're a superheated metal nugget? Constant warmth, forget about winter chills. You'd be hotter than a jalapeno eating contest champion. Front row seat to Earth's magnetic field, you'd be at the heart of the action, generating the magnetic field that protects us from solar winds. Basically, you'd be Earth's grumpy, sweaty superhero. The downside, where do we even start? The pressure is on, literally. You'd be squished tighter than a tourist in a Tokyo subway. The heat is on, we're talking temperatures hotter than your ex's temper after you forgot their birthday. No escape, you're trapped. No vacations, no weekend getaways, just an eternity of molten misery. Atmosphere. It is not technically part of the Earth's interior, but we cannot forget the layer of gases that surrounds our planet and allows us to breathe. It's like a giant security blanket that shelters us from meteoroids and gives us beautiful sunsets, or a giant invisible bubble that keeps us from being trapped in the vacuum of space or worse, burned to a crisp in the sun. A cocktail of gases and other things. Think of the atmosphere as a cosmic cocktail party where different gases mix and collide with each other. Nitrogen, the life of the party, making up 78% of the atmosphere. It mostly just takes up space and dilutes the other gases, like that friend who doesn't socialize much but who you invite anyway because he's cool. Oxygen, the indispensable guest that keeps the party alive. We breathe it, plants produce it, and fire loves to absorb it. Basically, it's the Beyoncé of atmospheres. Argon, a shy introvert who makes up almost 1% of the atmosphere. It doesn't react with anything, it just chills in the corner and observes. Carbon dioxide, the party pooper, causing climate change and making the planet sweat. We try to kick it out, but it keeps sneaking back in with its fossil fuel friends. Water vapor, unpredictable, sometimes forms clouds and causes rain, sometimes just hangs around as humidity and makes your hair frizz. Atmospheric shenanigans. The atmosphere isn't just a collection of gases, it's also responsible for some pretty wild phenomena. Weather, from light breezes to raging hurricanes, the atmosphere likes to keep us in suspense. It's like a giant mood ring, reflecting Earth's emotions. Or auroras, when charged particles from the sun collide with gases in the atmosphere, they create stunning light shows in the sky. It's as if the atmosphere is saying, hey, look at me, I can be beautiful too. Sunsets, as the sun dips below the horizon, the atmosphere diffuses the light into a beautiful palette of colors. It's as if the atmosphere is saying, good night, Earthlings, and try not to blow yourself up while I'm gone.